Okay, thank you so much, Jenna. So firstly, good morning, evening or night to everybody who took their time to be here. It is highly appreciated. Hi, I'm Sophia. I come from São Paulo, Brazil, and I'm passionate about math, art, astronomy, and lots of social projects. So to start, I would like to ask you guys to think of something that everybody in this event is doing right now. It doesn't matter where you are or who you are, you have to do this in order to keep yourselves alive. Could you guess it? Well, that's breathing, and it is so important because we use it in order to make cellular respiration. And as we need oxygen, it is also a fundamental tool, but not just if we want to maintain life here on Earth, but also if we want to make a life possible in other planets, such as Mars. So, however, that's not the only reason why we need oxygen to create life on other planets. Even though we want to send astronauts to the red planet, we eventually want them to come back. And for that, we need tons of rocket fuel that requires even more oxygen. As an example for what I've just said, according to NASA, getting 4 astronauts off of the Martian surface in a future mission will require 25 metric tons of oxygen. And all of that would cost $100 million. Therefore, having oxygen in Mars is a real issue, and that's the problem I'm trying to solve. So as you may know, oxygen is found in the planet's atmosphere, and due to my research, I found that Mars' atmosphere is completely different from Earth's. So while Earth has 20% of oxygen in it, Mars has basically none, and 96% of its atmosphere is composed of carbon dioxide. And so I started thinking, how could we take advantage of that amount of CO2? Was there a way to make oxygen out of carbon dioxide? Guess what? There is. How? Through a process called electrolysis that basically works by taking the gas, compressing it, bringing it to extremely high temperatures, which will cause the separation between the C, which is carbon, and O2, which is our wanted oxygen. So I started thinking if there was a way to implement that in a robot, and there is, which brings us to my first big inspiration, which is Moxie by NASA, which is a robot that will hopefully make oxygen out of CO2 in Mars. Here you can see Soxy, which is the unit that allows the electrolysis process to happen and would be the same applied to my robot. So the other big inspiration that I had was the 3D printing robots for space settlements. They are expected to build space settlements in 3 years. And that's how Sophia was born. Sophia, aka Sophia's Inhaling in the Red Planet project, is a robot that combines creating oxygen in Mars while building space settlements through 3D printing. This video that you're seeing right now is the robot that I did on first Blender and then SketchUp. So as examples of benefits that this project would bring, it would require less space, it would be cheaper than taking pressurized oxygen, and would make the whole process sustainable as we don't have to take things from Earth. Instead, we use what we already have on Mars. And in addition, I think this kind of project inspires you. We need new astronauts and we need new scientists. And I think projects like that are the ones that get us excited. So points of improvement, as I talked to my mentor about it, so there's a point of improvement for us to keep in mind weight. So inserting Soxy in a 3D printing robot might make him heavier. So there's a thing to keep in mind according to materials. So we have to find materials to make this whole process practical. So that was my project, and I would like to give some acknowledgements. First, to School of Humanity for allowing me to make this project. It was an amazing experience. Thank you to my mentors who helped me bring this to life. Thank you to my classmates who make this whole process more enjoyable. And I would like to give a special thank you to my facilitator, Ashna and Bashid. Bashid helped us through the workshop, and it was amazing. And Ashna helped me a lot to cope with stress, and this process and this whole project wouldn't be able to bring to life if it wasn't for them. So thank you all so much. If you want to talk more with me about this project or anything else, you can find me on the exhibition virtual in the Space Settlements booth. Thank you so much for your attention.